Hey y'all, I just stepped outside really quick before chores and figured I would hop on, shoot a quick video for you guys. It's been a little minute, so I just wanted to touch base with everyone. Right now we are sort of just waiting out the rest of winter. There's not a whole lot going on as far as the farm and garden. I kind of feel like this is the calm before the rush of spring, when there are going to be baby chicks, maybe baby goslings, before that first big push to get everything planted as far as our cool season flowers go. Some things that I've been working on in the garden are getting our onion sets planted, getting some potatoes planted, and really just trying to make sure that I've got space reserved for all of the things that I've got growing in the garage right now. A lot of what is still left in the garage are frost tender food and flowers. So things like our cosmos, things like tomatoes, peppers, all of those things will have to wait to go out into the garden. And so this is kind of just a test in patience. I feel like this is the time of the year when a lot of growers and farmers or gardeners get, they're itching to put things out. But if you've experienced it before, then you know it's not worth it to rush and get everything out there. Hi, Sullivan. It's better to just wait until the threat of frost has passed, and we are not at that point yet. So our last frost date, or our average last frost date, is typically the middle of April. And from now until then, I'm pretty much just keeping an eye on the weather forecast. A couple of other things that you could be doing in the meantime, if you are a beginning gardener or you don't have any experience and you're just sort of wondering, okay, well, what next? You can be making sure your beds are topped off with soil, compost, whatever you need. If you are adding amendments each planting season, you can be planning out the placement of things, making sure that you've got the seeds to cover your planting spaces so that they're nice and full and lush come spring and summertime. And another thing that I'm also working towards is pulling out all of the seeds again and checking those days to maturity, so that if something needs to be started 6 to 8 weeks before the last average frost date, now would be a good time to start those sorts of things. So that could include something like herbs might be a possibility if you haven't gotten started on some tomatoes. Now would be a good time if you have an indoor setup for that. And so those are just the sorts of things that I'm just going back, sort of checking twice, because it will be go time before we know it here in the low country of South Carolina. So not a whole lot to update you guys on. We did get these floret seeds in the mail last week. I am actually not in the loop most of the time, honestly. So I wasn't aware of all of the hype around these new seeds being released by Floret. But we had a really lovely group of people sort of put us on to what was coming out on their release date. And we did snag some zinnias and some celosias to try. And I'm super excited about that. They are a more muted, sort of dusty color palette. So why don't I just pull them out? Give me a second. Let me open this. All right. Okay, so it came with a guide, a growing guide, which we've grown celosias and zinnias before, but I'll definitely be sure to look that over. And it looks like this is just our first order of, let's see, Rose Gold Celosia and Dawn Creek Honey zinnias. So obviously these are going in a special place, right? Because the plan would be to do some seed saving from these. Here's a little peek in the garage if you were curious about how the indoor growing has been going. Lots of tomatoes, eucalyptus. I'm not really gonna cover everything, but it's still going, it's still growing. We got lots of rain last night, and our ducks like to lay right at the edge of the pond. So we come and we do a little egg hunt almost every morning if we see them out here.
But I have outside.
Sully, there's more down there.
There's egg one.
All right, so duck eggs. And we're actually, I think I mentioned this to you guys, we're actually going to be trying to see if we can get some of our broody hens to hatch out some of these duck eggs. Oh no, Sully, don't put it in my pocket. It's wet. The other eggs in my pocket are dry. Here, let me hold it. I can hold it. I got it. Thank you. Is that it? Alrighty, you guys, that's it for this video. I know it was brief, but we just wanted to touch base with you all, let you know we're still here, and we too are just sort of waiting out the rest of winter right now. But spring will be here before we know it, and we can't wait to grow with you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.